Thanks for visiting Movement with Cailin. Today is day 8 of our Pilates for Pain Relief series, which means it is the very last day. So congrats for reaching today. We have worked all different areas of the body up until today, and today we are just going to get a nice, yummy, full body stretch. So I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start in an all fours position. So you're going to go ahead and bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. If you have any knee pain here, go ahead and double up on your mat or go ahead and put a light blanket or towel there. All right, so once you're in a good position, you're going to go ahead and drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your head as you come into that cow. And then on your exhale, you're gonna round through your spine as you drop your head, lift your belly, and feel that nice stretch all the way through your spine and through your back. And then again, we inhale as we send our chest through our arms, lift our head. And then exhale to round. So I want you to move as slow here as feels good. As you're just opening up, moving the spine, finding that beautiful back and forth movement. So just flowing. Let's do one more. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, round. Now stay in all fours here. And I want you to bring your right shoulder towards your right hip as you try to squeeze them together. And then we're gonna come through center and come to the other side. So left shoulder, left hip. So you're feeling more of an opening on that opposite side as you contract one side. So just getting some side flexion here as we move side to side. Let's do one more each side. All right, we're gonna do some full hip circles here. So you're gonna start to shift your weight forward just a little bit, and then start to circle your hips and then your whole body over to the right as you sweep your hips back over to the left and then come back forward. So we're gonna move in the same circle, the same direction. And I don't want you to feel stiff. I want you to feel like you can really just flow that body around in that circle without holding on to any tension. Let's do one more in this direction. And then we're gonna go ahead and reverse that. So hips to the left, circle it down, around to the right, and back up. And to the left, around, and center. Let's do two more. And last one. All right, now I want you to widen your knees here for child's pose. So you're gonna bring those feet together, start to shift back onto the heels, stretch the arms out forward and let your head come down to the floor. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. So inhale, expanding the back of the rib cage. And then exhale. See if you can release that chest just a little bit more towards the floor. Inhale, deep breath in. And exhale. Last one, inhale in. And exhale, release. I want you to keep your head here, but I want you to bend your elbows. You're gonna bring your palms of your hands together, and you're gonna bring your hands back behind your head. So it's a little bit more of a tricep stretch. So just go ahead and hold that. You also will probably feel some work in the back and sides of the shoulder blades here. So quite a bit of a stretch there. Good, one more breath. Go ahead and bring those hands back forward, and then go ahead and come back up onto your knees. All right, so back on our knees here, I want you to go ahead and bring your left leg forward first. So we're not gonna lean too far forward yet, we will in a minute, but I want you to get that right alignment here. So we talked about this in one and maybe even two of the other videos, where we really wanna pull up on the belly and lengthen the back of our lower back and our tailbone here, so that we're really finding this nice opening in the front of our hip flexor. So hold that there first, really feel that opening and that stretch before we start to go a little bit deeper. So let's take another breath here, inhale, and exhale. All right, now start to bend into that front knee a little bit more, bringing your hands, maybe just your fingertips to the floor, keeping that chest lifted and collarbone wide. Now I want you to hold this here, and then you're gonna take an inhale as you start to lean back for a hamstring stretch, flex through your left ankle, pull your left hip back, and then exhale as you bring it forward. Inhale as you lean back, flex through that hamstring. Extend that hamstring, flex through that left ankle, and then shift it forward. Shoulders down. Let's do a few more like this on this side. Last two. Last one, shifting back. Good, hold it here for a couple breaths. Feeling that hamstring even more. Find that adjustment where you pull that left hip back even more. Bringing your right hip forward. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Now go ahead and shift yourself back forward. Come onto the back of your right toes, and then start to lift through that back leg here. So you're in a full runner's lunge. Again, still shoulders are down your back here, pulling that left hip back, squaring off the hips. Just hold here, inhale, and exhale. One more breath here, inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and drop that knee down. We're gonna shift back onto that right knee. We'll sweep that left leg back, and we're gonna go ahead and switch to our other side. So now right leg comes forward. Find that positioning first with the low back lengthening, belly pulling in and up. And then we start to just bend ever so slightly into that knee. Just hold it here for a couple of breaths first, so you can really feel that opening in that left hip flexor. So deep breath in and exhale. One more here, inhale and exhale. Now start to come forward here onto the tips of the fingers. Again, shoulders are still down and back, long spine. Hold here for a breath. Sinking a little bit deeper into that left hip flexor. Good, now on your next inhale, I want you to go ahead and start to hinge back as you extend that right leg, flex through that right ankle, pull that right hip back. And then you're gonna come forward, placing that right foot down, bending that knee, lifting your heart. And we'll do that again. Coming back, pull that right hip back. And then bring it back forward. So hamstring stretch here as we extend that right leg and bring it back up. Let's do two more. Last one. This time hold it back here. Again, get into that right positioning as you pull that right hip back, lengthening more of the back of that leg. I want you to take an inhale here. Exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper. Good, one more inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and shift back forward. Come back onto your fingertips. Now come onto the back of your left toes as you lift that back leg up, coming into that runner's lunge here. So sinking down into that right knee, but still staying lifted through your center. So we're not just hanging out here, but really finding some strong muscles to keep us lifted while still stretching. Good. Deep breath in, inhale. And exhale. Right hip pulls back even more. And again, inhale, deep breath in. And exhale. Last breath in, inhale here. And exhale. Lower that back knee down. Awesome. Great job, guys. Let's go ahead and bring that left leg back. And now we're gonna come to a seated position facing forward. We're gonna do what's called Mermaid in Pilates, getting more of a side stretch on the side and lower back. We're gonna start with our right side stretching first. You're gonna bring your legs over to the right. And you're gonna find that nice tall spine. And then I want you to start to walk this left hand out. When you do that, you're gonna drop the left elbow down, keep your top hip pulling towards the floor as you reach that top arm up overhead. So this is our mermaid stretch. Now, as you're here, you wanna think of making sure that your shoulders are not facing down towards the floor, but they're facing ahead so that everything is facing forward. Good, take an inhale here. Now exhale as you come up. Drag this hand back as you bring your right hand to your legs, left arm comes up and over. And then we come back up through center. Walk this hand out, bring your elbow to the mat, reach it over here. Inhale, deep breath in, and exhale to lift. Right hand down, left arm over. Good. So really important here to stretch the side body. This is one of those areas that we sometimes neglect. And it can really feel so good to really stretch and lengthen through here. Helps also by stretching the sides of the hips as well and the lower back. So it's all connected and it's all really important to lengthen out. Last one on this side. And then exhale as we lift, left arm up overhead. Lift all the way up. Then we're gonna switch over to our other side. So legs come to the left. All right, now we're gonna take this right hand as we bring it out to the mat. And we're gonna drop that right elbow to the floor as we drop this left hip down, reach that left arm up overhead. And hold here. Inhale, deep breath in. Think of breathing into that left side rib cage. And then exhale, you're gonna float this right hand back along the floor. Left hand comes to your legs, right arm lifts up. And then we'll do that again. Lifting up through center, walking that hand down. Making sure again that the chest and the shoulders are facing straight ahead. And exhale, lift. Good. Inhale through center, right hand down, stretch it out. Good, lifting up, it's the last one, right arm lifts. Awesome. All right, lifting back up nice and tall. We're gonna stay seated here. We're gonna find butterfly legs. So we're gonna stretch more of those inner thighs. So you're gonna bring those knees out to the side. Feet are gonna come together. So the feet will come together. And we clasp on either to our feet or our ankles here, however you can find that nice tall spine. So shoulders are down and back. And maybe your legs are here and that is perfectly fine. So if you're feeling a stretch already with your legs there, you just stay there. Maybe even prop some towels underneath here for a little bit more support if it's a little painful. But wherever you are, just hold there. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll those shoulders down and back. Now start to hinge forward here at the hips. So try not to round the spine just yet. Try to get that flat back. That's really gonna find more of the stretch deep into those hips there. Hold there. And exhale. Take another inhale here. And now exhale, fold over the legs. This time finding more of that stretch in the hips, but also in the lower back, maybe in the neck and the shoulders too. And just try to release any tension here and just let yourself breathe. If you feel one area that feels especially tight, just try to breathe into that. I know for me, it's my right hip here, so it's always not very happy, but the more you can just let it release and relax and breathe into it, the easier it is. One more breath. And then go ahead and stack your spine to bring it all the way back up. Awesome. We're gonna do a little single leg straddle here. So we're gonna bring that left leg in towards your right inner thigh. Reach that right leg out nice and long. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is rotate the upper body so it's facing towards that right leg. Lift up nice and tall. And then you're gonna go ahead and come over that leg, wherever you're at. Maybe if you can, you grab onto the outside of that right foot with that left hand. Maybe you're just grabbing onto the calf here. And just use that to find more of that rotation of your chest towards the floor, and then bring yourself down. So really nice stretch through here in your lower back. Also in the back of your right hamstring. Good, one more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it down just a little bit further. All right, now release that hand on the foot, roll your spine back up, come back up to seated. And then I want you to bring your right arm to the inside of your right leg. And you're trying to open your chest more open, maybe even a little bit towards the ceiling. And holding that, go ahead and start to bring that top arm up overhead. This one is definitely a tricky one, especially if you're tight through here and you're not able to get your arm fully down, but wherever you are, just hold that. Try to open that chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. So you're getting this beautiful side stretch. Still a stretch in the back of that right leg. And then go ahead and bring it all the way up. Now we're gonna switch to the other side. So now you're gonna bring that right leg in, left leg comes out to the side. We're gonna start with that rotation stretch first. You're gonna rotate your spine towards that left leg here, lifting up nice and tall. You're gonna inhale and then exhale. You're gonna round forward. Again, grab on wherever you can. If you can grab onto the outside of that right foot, left hand comes to the floor. And try to rotate even more so that shoulders and chest are squared off. Just breathing here. Releasing tension where it doesn't need to be held. So maybe you let your head drop down to take tension off the neck. You make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Good, one more inhale here. And then go ahead and stack your spine back up. Now we're gonna find that side bend stretch. So this time, bring that left hand to left forearm to the inside of that left knee or left leg. And once you're there, you're gonna start to twist that spine open. Maybe even the hand is just here on the floor if you can't quite get down, whatever you can to get that chest more open up towards the ceiling. Holding that there. And I want you to bring this top arm up overhead as you find that stretch. Deep breath in, breathing into the side of the ribs. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath, inhale in here. And exhale. And then bring yourself all the way back up. All right, let's go ahead and shoot those legs long in this direction. Sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna come down to the mat to finish up. But I want you to stay lifted here. Bring those arms up overhead. And then I want you to hinge forward and then grab on wherever you can, your feet, your shins, wherever it is. And just so I want you to roll your shoulders down your back, lift through your chest, and then exhale, fold. Again, release any tension anywhere it doesn't need to be. So again, maybe shake out the head a little bit, release the shoulders. Maybe it's your jaw that feels tense, so maybe just make sure that's released and relaxed. Good, inhaling here. And exhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper. All right, start to stack that spine back up. All right, so I want you to bend your knees now and make sure you are in the middle of your mat because you're gonna come all the way to the floor. So I want you to bring your hands behind your legs and control this movement as you come all the way down. All right, so bring your knees into your chest first. Let's do some knee circles. So we're gonna bring the knees to the right, in through center to the left and around. So now right here, we're just massaging that lower back. Then we're gonna reverse those circles. I love these full body stretch workouts. I try to do some sort of a stretching every single day, but whenever I get a chance to do one of these full body stretch classes, that to me is just the ultimate in taking care of my body. So I hope you guys feel the same about this as well. All right, now I want you to go ahead, bring your arms out to the sides, bring your legs up to a tabletop position, and you're gonna go ahead and start to drop the legs over to the left. And you're gonna let them come to the mat or come to the floor and just let them rest there. So you're getting this nice spinal twist. So the goal is to try to keep the knees together. Obviously, they might separate just a little bit, but that top hip obviously is coming off the floor. And you're just getting this beautiful twist in your spine. So take another deep breath here. Good, last inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and bring those legs through center. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna start to drop both knees, both legs together as they come over to the right. Let the head drop in the opposite direction. And just feel this beautiful twist. So as you probably have seen in what we've done in our past videos, in Pilates, we like to get all different movements in the spine. So twisting is one of them, as well as flexion and extension, and also side bending. So all of those movements are so healthy for your spine, which in turn is so healthy for your whole body. And so we do try to incorporate that in all of our workouts that we do. Good, so go ahead and bring those legs back to center. We're gonna do a figure 4 stretch. So I want you to keep your right foot on the floor, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Pull that right leg in towards your chest as you open that left knee out to the side. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your pelvis grounded here too as you pull the leg in. Think of reaching that pelvis down into the floor. Stretching out those hips, so important. We can hold a lot of tightness there. And it's not until we start to do these exercises that we realize just how tight they can get. Good, one more breath. All right, release those arms. We're gonna bring your foot to the floor, switch to your other side. Pressing right ankle over left knee, pulling that left leg up and in, opening that right knee out to the side. Just going to your point of feeling that nice stretch, but knowing that you are stretching to your ultimate range of motion. So really try to push it, not so that you're in pain, but that so you know you're really stretching that area as much as you can. 2 more breaths here. Last one. All right, last exercise here. We're just gonna get one more hamstring stretch. There's something caught in my throat. All right, so I want you to go ahead and release your left leg to the floor. Send that right leg up towards the ceiling. And this time, we're gonna lift our upper body up. Flex through that right ankle. Grab on wherever you can behind this leg. So we're trying to keep that leg nice and straight. Maybe if it's easier for you, you keep the left knee bent with the foot on the floor. If you reach it out, you get a little extra hip flexor stretch on that left side. So pulling that leg in, shoulders down. And then go ahead and release it away. One more on the other side. So go ahead and bring that leg in first. Extend it up towards the ceiling. Start to lift that upper body up. Flex through that left ankle. If that right leg is extended, flex through that ankle too to help keep that side grounded. Good, deep breath in, inhale. Exhale, see if you can bring it a little bit closer. And last one. Good, go ahead and release that leg down, release that upper body down. Bring those hands behind the head and just get that nice full body stretch here. All right, bring both knees into the chest. Go ahead and rock yourself up to a seated position. And just find a nice, easy, comfortable seat. So if you have to prop yourself up on a blanket or towel, feel free to do that so you can make sure you can find that nice tall spine here. All right, so roll those shoulders up and back. Just a couple more times. Good, just one more. Good, let the shoulders drip down. Hold them there. Drop left ear towards left shoulder. Feel that nice stretch in your neck. Drop left chin towards your chest, still keeping that head over towards that side. Good, last breath here. Good, bring that head up through center. And then we switch right ear to right shoulder. And as you've probably noticed throughout these stretches, I'm really breathing deeply, my inhales and exhales. So that's really important in order to just really deepen into the stretch. And especially those points that are extra difficult, it's really nice to really take that deep exhale in order to kind of let yourself release into it. So as you're doing those exercises, just make sure that you're breathing deep. Now, chin towards chest. And then go ahead and bring that head all the way up. All right, well, you guys completed all 8 days of our Pilates for Pain Relief series. Awesome job to you. Hopefully you enjoyed this last yummy full body stretch. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. We also have more videos, Pilates for kids on there, as well as the other Pilates for pain relief that you probably already did, and some general Pilates workouts as well. So thanks so much again for joining me, and I hope to see you again very soon.